YouTube? Dame_23 here. Welcome back to another episode of Glory Hunter. In today's episode, we have got Udinese in the league, knowing that a point will be enough to see us win the title. And then from there, we have got Inter in the in the Italia Coppa, looking to obviously go and win that final and do the Italian double and tick both off the Glory Hunter checklist. Since we last met, not much has changed. It's been a few days since the Barcelona game. The only thing that has happened is Inter has already played and has beaten Parma 4-1. Please note, it is results against teams here in the league, and Inter have beaten us once this year. We've beaten them, so it would actually come down to goal difference. And look, a point would be enough, but if we were to lose this game, then Inter win another one, and we lose the Napoli, all of a sudden it comes out on the final day and some point difference and some goal difference. We saw that we thought we were going to easily win the league with West Ham in Season 2, and we choked it away. I've just lost the semi-final of the Champions League. I haven't won in my last 3 games. It's not a good time, and I'm telling you right now, if we do not win today, I don't think we're going to win the Italia Cup either. In terms of the team, we aren't at 100%, as we've got a few guys that have played and a few injuries. Wato was going to play, but he's obviously not now. Tonali will now play because he does miss that final. But look, team, I have decided to rotate. To rotate with the reason being we play Inter in 4 days' time, and the team hasn't been playing great. They need to come into that game fresh, going, all right, doesn't matter what's going on in the semi-final. Doesn't matter that we're starting to choke the league away. Just come in fresh. Secondly, we play Udinese. This team should be good enough to do it. And saying that, I have gone Victor Roca and Rafael Leao because they have been struggling to score goals of late, which makes no utter sense. So the team to go win the title is, of course, Manigan, Bayer, Kubali, Tomori, Michaelenko, Esposito, Tonali, Adragula, Luis Alberto, Victor Roque, and Rafael Leao. I think that's a good enough team. There's players on the bench that can come in and change a game if needs be. I am going to go saying that we need to win this game. I think we need to win this game to win the double, because just the form needs to be kicked into gear. And then we'll see what we can do from there. But yeah, look, it isn't particularly a great time. Udinese lining up in a 4-3-3 with Ravella and Santiago Escobar used to be 2 world-class players on Football Manager. But yeah, look, I hope so. A point's good enough. A win would be great. Our dynamics have started to take a nosedive. It's panic stations. Obviously, I wish we won the Champions League with this team, because I think this has been the best team we've definitely have managed in Glory Hunter, but this team has been fantastic. I really do think that if we don't win the Italian Cup, I'm not leaving, because we should win the Italian Cup more times than not. And that's going to be a penalty inside 16 minutes. Is Football Manager about to do Football Manager things and not let us win the league? Could you imagine not winning the league from here? Penalty given. I just found since the update, you're not allowed to win titles. Like it's either you limp over the line or you don't. There's no more winning. Fekir is saved by Manigan. Fekir, who I sold to Udinese, forget that. Manigan with a double save, superb from the world-class keeper. But yeah, Nabil Fekir, who I sold to Udinese as Real Hippos manager, is playing against me to keep the title alive for Inter, our rivals. So probably a little bit of Fekir wanting to make sure he gets one over me here. But yeah, look, it was a very soft penalty, but it was given nonetheless. And thanks to our keeper and goal and a double save, it is going to be still 0-0. A fleeting moment. As things stand, we are champions with a point. But anyway, ball over the top, picked off by Manigan. I don't want to win the league like this, though. I want to win the league by winning this game and shaking off some of the bad form. Bayer now picks that one up, drives with it, turns back around, Esposito in the hole, which is fine. Ran and passed it into no one. Barrow on the break. Picked off again. Esposito wins. Rafael Leao, Luis Alberto with him. Finds Rafael Leao. Victor Roque, great one. Needs to finish. Hasn't finished in March. That's been what has been going on. Getting in the same position we've been in all year, and out of nowhere, our world-class strikers decided to go, nah. None of our people want to put the ball in the back of the net in a minute. Roque on a 6.4 again. It is not good to have the wonder kid going through this at the wrong time of the year. Fekir with a ball in, headed, and, well, it's hit the post and come out. Udinese probably should have a 1-0 lead going into half-time. I know we've had more of the ball, but we have been piss poor in front of goal. Adragula with a ball in backstick. Victor Roque too small to get on that. Mateta heads that one away. Tonali will sweep up. Koulibaly. Bayer. Drives with it. Koulibaly. Tamori. Michaelenko. Drives. Gets in the area. Cuts it. Rafael Leao. Effort blocked in the 6-yard box. As I've been saying, we can't put the ball in the back of the net in the minute. No matter how good we've been, and how good we've been throughout the whole year and the amount of chances we create, we cannot put the ball in the back of the net on a consistent basis in the last month and a month and a half. And it seems to happen every single year so far that we've had that. We've struggled to put the ball in the back of the net come the second half of the year. Well, the back end of the second half of the year. It's usually the last month and a half of football. We dominate everywhere else and we score chances, but we can't do it now. Ball headed away by Tamori. Victor Roque will win that one. Has numbers ahead of him. One of them is Rafael Leao. And he decided to stop and let the ball bounce for whatever reason instead of taking it under control. A bicycle kick and a half, but from attempted from outside the area, straight into Manigan's hands. That would have been a world-class goal. But as things stand, it's all to play for still. Silvestri with a long ball. And as far as Barrow, turns around. This is not good. Out to Santiago Escobar. Picked off by Michaelenko on the break. We've been so deadly on the break, but look, Rafael Leao, who's been getting in behind everyone, has just stopped and come short and not decided to break a line at all. Esposito, Tonali from distance, hits one. We lead 1-0 in a game that we have to get at least a point in to win the league. It's Ricandro Tonali, who cannot play the Italian Cup final, and we are struggling up top. We are struggling up top for goals. Tonali, one touch, opened up his body, and that's a finish and a half. A great goal. But this is not good at the moment at all. Gila, Farvan, Ezubiu, I don't know, whatever his name is. Santiago Escobar. Ball out there, over the top, should be Tamori's. Deals with it, back to Manigan. He's saved the penalty here to keep us in it. Roque's too small for that. Don't know why he's going long to that side of the pitch, where Rafael Leao's on the other. Saying that, though, here he is. Rafael Leao, out of form, needs a goal. And Silvestri and his centre-back do enough. .68 minutes, Tonali whips in a set piece. Back stick, cleared away. Only as far as Rafael Leao. He does sit outside the box in most corners, which is a bit weird, but I don't mind it. Victor Roque. Finally, we get a goal from him. On the half turn, he hits one that the keeper should save, but he's let it in. It's his 50th league goal. That makes a lot of sense. For whatever reason, anytime I've seen a player get on 49 or 91 goals, it's like playing cricket. They just can't get over that hurdle for a while. Anyway, Koulibaly with a ball in there. Roque turning away from goal. Keeper should save that every time. It's gone in. It's 2-0, and that should be your league title signed up. And what we are going to do here is... Look, Amico's going to come in on one side and Tisney on the other. I do have to think about the Italia Cup final. Tamori's going to come out on the other side there as well. And we are going to go with that for now. And I might bring a couple of the first team boys on late doors here just to see this out in the last 10 minutes or so. So, like right now, Theo Hernandez. And I think Kalu makes a lot of sense here as a wing back on defend. Theo can just do his thing. And I think that will help us see this out. We are going to be Serie A champions, ladies and gentlemen. Which means get the spreadsheet open. I'm bottling the spreadsheet. There we go. Should have this preloaded. There we are. We win our second Cup of Glory Hunter. It's the Serie A title. And our first year being in charge of AC Milan. We are champions of Italy in the league. And now all eyes turn to the Coppa Italia final, where we are playing Inter, our rivals, for a chance to do the domestic double. But as Manigan lifts the trophies, he was captain on the day. We are winners of the Serie A officially. And, well, it's a very, very good sign. And I'm very, very happy to have done this as well in Season 1. It does mean if we win the Italia Cup, we could definitely look to move. I don't think I will because this team's that good and I want to win the Champions League. But yeah, maybe we could look at moving, who knows. With that being said, 89 points. We cannot be caught, and we're very, very happy with that. The board are delighted with the visions and everything like that, which is superb. I think this is a very appropriate time to just have a look at the job centre, see if anybody is interested in leaving or any big jobs are available, because it's probably worth noting at the minute. There's only one job, which is there. Atletico Madrid is insecure. I would be there straight away. I'm telling you that right now. Couple of the international jobs are insecure too, but that doesn't bother me because they're not of worthy nations. Outside of that, that's it. And then everybody else is stable. Why is Atletico, under Thomas Tuchel, not particularly happy? They currently sit fifth. Now, I don't know what the coefficient table looks like, but I don't know if they officially... Don't know if they get a European Champions League spot or not. Let's go and just investigate, because it sometimes does, sometimes not. So last year, fifth was us and Hippus, and we got a UEL spot. This year, Atletico's fifth. With one game to go, Atletico Madrid fifth. I'm telling you right now, if Atletico Madrid are in the Europa League next year, I'm putting your hand in right now and going, hey, lads, it's been fun, AC Milan, maybe do the double. I'm there. I'm there to win the Europa League, because I think that's the hardest title to win. With that being said, we don't need to worry about that right now, because we've got the Serie A locked up, and it's all about Roberto Mancini's men Inter Milan at the Olimpico in the Italia Cup final. And I'll see you guys in a second for what could be the Italian domestic double, or will it seal our fate for another year here at AC Milan if we don't win this final. Welcome back, YouTube. Olimpico, the Coppa Italia final. Inter versus AC Milan. It doesn't get much bigger than this in domestic football. And well, here we go. Unfortunately, we do have Tonali out through suspension, and we do have Calabria out due to injury. Outside of that, everybody else is going to play in, on off we go. I am going to make a very big call. Sebastian Esposito has just been called up by Italy. He's a great player. He's done well for us. I'm going to bring Iramoto, in. He's a wonder kid. He's 18. Yes, he might be tiny, but this guy can win a ball. He can make a pass. He's got work rate. And I think this guy is a guy that you want out there in a big game. I really do. I really do think it is. And look, I think if that's the case, trust the young kid that we brought in ourselves. So Tonali's out. Secondly out is Calabria. Now, we could go like for like and bring Bayer in, who's played okay. And he's not too bad. And he knows what he's doing out there. I think I'm going to bring Koulibaly in. Another one of my signings. A guy that I have brought in with the intention of playing some bigger games. And it allows Kalu to go out to the other side and play another central defender. Lastly, the rest of the team picks itself as well. Giovanni Reina in the hole. Victor Roque not having the best of times but scored last game. Same with Rafael Leal. Dani Olmo was in there too. Benacore, Theo Hernandez, Tomori's fantastic. Manningham with that double save to help win the title last game out. It is the Italia Cup final. The Coppa Italia. I expect Inter to be out of this world. We have led against Inter twice. We've won the first game and we threw away a 3-1 lead to lose 4-3 in the second game. We need to learn from that. In terms of the team, one change, central defender and defend. Kalu for me can play this role. I might limit him to be a little bit more defensively minded depending on the game. With that being said, Anana, Denzel Dumfries, Skriniar, Bastoni, Simicas, Barella, Ricky, Fabian, Muller, Gakpo, and Martinez. The only things that you've seen different from other times that we've played him is Chenoglu's not starting. Outside of that, it's the same side that we always see when we play them. Both teams at full strength, exactly what you want to see for a cup final. I think they're missing one of their stars. We're missing a couple. But it is what it is. Anyway, away we go. We know that these are usually tight and tense occasions. It's not at San Siro, which means it's a neutral stadium. I think that makes a difference. I really do think that the game really favours the team that are drawn as the home team on Football Manager this year. So the fact Inter are drawn as that home team makes things more difficult. And of course, we're not at 100% full strength. However, I still think we're good enough to win this game. And Koulibaly will pick that ball up. And we'll find a way into Kalu Victor Roque loses out, and it's going to be Simicas, but Roque presses and forces all the way back to Onana. Good secondary press. Bastone, Onana, we squeeze. He goes second line. It's a pretty good ball out there, Costa. And Bastone again, Fabian, Gakpo, poor touch. Giovanni Reina needs help. Goes himself, cuts it. Leao, we lead 1-0. What a press. What great shape. Good side-to-side movement to cut the passing lanes out. And when we win it, when we win the ball, we go bang. And we've failed to do so lately of being able to really put teams to the sword. But Rafael Leao and Giovanni Reina combined, I do reckon with a better 10 we would have won the Champions League this year. But Giovanni Reina provides the moment in the Italia Cup final, and we lead 1-0. Great movement. We never got broken down. Calabria squeezed when he needed to and Costa Simicas to make sure that pass couldn't come back to him. And we force a turnover, and we're the team that leads heading into half-time. And, well, we're 45 minutes away from completing Italy, ladies and gentlemen. That is correct. We're 45 minutes away from completing Italy. 52 minutes played, and all the time it does tick. Be interesting to see what we can do. We don't really need to change anything too much. Moto's had a pretty good game, but he's pretty dead. Danny Olmo's had a pretty good game, and he's pretty dead too. I am going to bring Esposito in like for like. Danny Olmo is going to stay out there. Kalu's actually going to go into that fullback on support now. I'm not going to take him off. Just think this has been one of those games where you don't want to overcommit with numbers and taking him off. I will, however, bring Adre Gula in for Danny Olmo because it's so light for like, and Adre Gula's had a very good year. A little bit of extra pace in the middle of the park. Somehow both my centre-backs are on a 6.3 and 6.4, and we've barely conceded a chance. With time ticking away, it's a highlight. It's Bastone throwing in towards Gakpo. Picked up by Esposito. Victor Roque steps on it. Holds it up. Esposito. Ball in. Reina's offside. Great save from Onana. Anyway, to keep it at what would have been 1-0, but it was offside by a mile. I am going to make one last change here as well. I think Luciano Amico is going to come in for Victor Roque. I will just quickly check his penalty taking. 13, maybe not. I don't want to take him for penalty taking. Can Kalu take a pen? 6 penalty taking. Koulibaly, 6 penalty taking. Bayer, 7 penalty taking. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to do that change there and let Bayer with fresh legs try and deal. I don't particularly want to take off penalty takers just in case they do nab an equaliser. Muller, Mendoza, Lamar, Fabian, Barella, hits one over the bar. Limited in 2. Limited them to not much. Time gets away. I think we definitely make a time-wasting change now for Odaneka for Ismail Benacour. We are Coppa Italia champions, and we do the domestic double. And, well, we deserve the domestic double. We have definitely been the best team in Italy. I still think we could have been the best team in the world this year. I really do think on that day. I think Barcelona are lucky to beat us over 2 legs. But with that being said, Serie A completed it, mate. Coppa Italia completed it, mate. Italy, tick. Now it's a question of, would you stay? Would you stay because we came so close to the Champions League, and if we believe we are this good and this team fits us to a T in this system, that you stick around? Or is that very much dependent on what jobs become available? If the Atletico Madrid job becomes available to go play Europa League with a team that's probably odds-on favourite to win it, do you go do it? Probably, right? With that being said as well, what else do you do in this situation? Is this a case of, no, you do not leave, you've got time up your sleeve now that you completed Italy in one season to go do other things? To go look at, trying to win that Champions League, get that one ticked off? Or is this something where it's like, nah, you complete Italy, go give yourself a couple of extra years somewhere else? Is this where a decent job in France comes available, give myself 4 years to build a team to beat PSG for one season? Or is this something where it's like, only if the right job becomes available? Is this what we're thinking now? Let me know in the comment section what you would do. Boys, you are fantastic. Throughout 99% of the year, the boys were fantastic. We get the achievement to do the double as well. They're the nation's top league cup double in the same year. That is fantastic. Adria Gruel has been fantastic. This team is going to be only even better next year, which is superb. We were best team around. Lastly, we are going to have a look at the job centre. Again, just in case something's come available officially. Nothing has. Still 5th. Still insecure. Atletico Madrid. 37 games played. Point behind. Who do Atletico have on the final day? That's the question. Elche. They should be winning. Who does Hippos have on the final day? Villarreal. And who does Real San Sebastian, Real Sociedad have? Huesca. All 3 teams should win. All 3 teams should win. Telling you right now, at the minute, that Atletico Madrid one is looking very, very tempting if this job becomes available. Because I think you could do some damage with that team. And financials is their 37 million debt. That's actually not good. They made 53 mil and bought in 57 mil worth of players. Interesting. I'm not going to speak about that one too much. What I might do is just quickly go through the leagues here and just have a look at how the Premier League is looking. So in England, we've got Liverpool in the Premier League. Chelsea are champions and are in the Champions League final. Man City and Liverpool have finally reasserted themselves. The Manchester United job might become available. Ten Hag might leave. If you have a look at them at the moment, they're out of the cup. I'm telling you right now, if the Manchester United job became available, I would go because I would think in one season I could win the league and the FA Cup if things went your way. If you have a look at their money, they've got they're $211 million in debt. Surely their owners just give them money, right? That would be ludicrous. That would be ludicrous. Finances are okay. Owner loves the club. I would go. Justin Timbers in their best player is fantastic. Like, if you have a look at the Manchester United squad, even though I don't support him in real life, I would go and say, look, guys, you guys are world class. 4-3-3, on you go. So that's maybe another job, but I think Ten Hag's job is pretty safe. If you look at the job centre, which to me makes no sense. Man, how are Man United happy to finish 7th? They must be. Spurs are in 9th and they're happy with their job and they're rich. West Ham. Inter's job is stale. That's fine as well. Dortmund isn't leaving there. Dortmund's manager's 5th. As if Dortmund aren't going, hey, can we get rid of you? They lost the semi-final of the DFB Pokal and they got knocked out early in the Champions League. How is Eden still got a job? That's interesting. Look, I think there's some jobs that are going to become available very quickly when the game finally realises that these guys are underperforming. I think Man United could be available. I think Dortmund could be available. Dortmund's a no-brainer because you just go there and just go, all right, look, 1 year, beat Bayern, win the DFB Pokal, get out of there. Might take 2 seasons. Atletico Madrid, very tantalising. The worry part is that there's not much money around. Interesting. But with that being said, we are domestic Cup League champions. We officially can go into here and go AC Milan, league title 1. Domestic Cups 1. UCL, unfortunately, is a 0. Let me just get my formatting up and go. But let's get these in green. There we go. Get them in green. And, well, and look at the notes. Headhunted by AC, which we were. Once we were available, AC was said, it's you and you only. And I was like, that's nice. Lost the UCL semi-final to Barca and won the domestic double. I am extremely, extremely happy with that. And so far, throughout 4 seasons in Glory Hunter, we have won the league in England with West Ham. We have won the UCL We have won the UCL, sorry, I wish. We won the UEFA Conference League with West Ham. We have won the league with AC Milan and the domestic cup with AC Milan as well. We are going to bold these things here so we know that they were completion ones as well, because we will keep tabs throughout the rest of the year. But with that being said, we're on our way. We've done what we needed to do. And next time, when we see each other, it's either to go, all right, we're staying at AC Milan. This is what we need to win the Champions League. Or a job has become available that we are going to look to move and take upon us to take another job in only our 5th year in Glory Hunter. Till then, thank you and goodbye.